what did you do prior to being a farmer, and how did you find yourself like wanting to grow vegetables eventually?
It's a family thing. My wife pushed me into going farming. I wanted to go traveling. My purpose in life was going traveling around the world. And, well, she wanted to settle down. And so we started reading books and looking at documentaries about growing vegetables. And I found some about permaculture and about old type of vegetables. And I said, okay, well, if I want to do something about growing vegetables, that's the kind of farming I want to do.
Definitely.
So we found some people who lent us some land. It was just for us, tiny little place, like 20 meters and 5 meters. That's how we started. And, well, people saw what we're doing. So we found some other people asking us, well, we have bigger land. Do you want some bigger land? And it started like that. And I liked it. And we all liked it. And we said, okay, well, maybe that's the kind of thing we would like to do a bit more. And, then we find some other people lending us land, but with some papers. And we got organic label, so we could start selling stuff. And now it's been growing for 10 years. And now we found a farm, so we could buy the farm. I'm just going to grow it a bit more. And for me, it's a bit of a philosophical way of life. It's a spiritual, it's the way that I am spiritually connected to life is by growing vegetables.
Yeah.
Or taking care of the Pachamama, of Mother Earth, and making sure it's a beautiful place around me, putting plants, taking care of her, making sure I'm not destroying it and putting chemical in it, trying to build a little paradise of food.
Yeah.
Food and flowers, and make it a beautiful area in this world.
That's lovely.
And, touching the soil makes me feel human.
Me too.
That's what I needed to do.
Yeah. How would you say, like, doing this type of work right now, like, given the state of the world and everything, like, is it grounding? Like, does it feel more grounding than it used to feel, or has it been the same?
Same thing. For me, I'm not taking care of the rest of the world because I don't have any power on it.
Yeah.
So, see, every time I hear people talking about Trump or talking about the French president or talking about I say, I'm sure they're not talking about you, so why bother about them?
Yeah.
The more power we give them, the more power they're going to take. So just let's do your thing, forget about them, and live your life and take care of the earth. And she's there forever. We're only little lapse of time on this planet. The other guys are for little times too. And, well, we have to do like an equilibrium. They want to break everything. Well, we can make some places like a oasis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like little oasis of life. And, I don't bother about them. They can do what they want. They can destroy whatever they want. Make it. I'm not thinking about them. I'm just doing my life.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Yeah, we can have Putin, we can have Trump, I don't care. As long as they're not stopping me growing like vegetables and do my life.
Then that's what matters.
Yeah, because I don't have the power to stop them.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, the only thing I can do is take a gun and try to kill them, but then my life is going to be over.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the point, huh?
Exactly. Yeah. Have you felt, because I know at the last place it definitely was, compared to my idea of urban, it wasn't urban. But at the new place, do you feel more enveloped in the ecosystem because you're so rural?
Well, I know that when you're a farmer, you're kind of destroying the ecosystem that's in place. Because here, if we're not touching anything, it becomes a forest. Naturally, there's a forest growing, okay? That's oak tree forest. France is old France, before all the kings cut all the trees to make boats to do war. It was an oak tree forest, okay? And to do their cathedrals, to do all their whatever they needed to do to show their power, France was covered with oak trees. So if a farmer isn't touching anything, Well, you have oak trees with wild animals. Well, see, first thing I did is put a fence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
So
true.
all the houses who used to pass through my farm, they now have to find another place. So I'm unbalancing the ecosystem, and I'm going to grow vegetables that are not meant to be growing here, like tomatoes don't come from south of France.
Yeah.
The eggplant they come from China. Tomatoes comes from South America. Corn is from America. Most of the vegetables that we grow for food here all come from. That's why we grow them in summer. They all come from tropical places. Mm-hmm. Most of them. Mm-hmm. So we're breaking a bit the ecosystem while we're bringing a new one. But yeah, so it's never totally clean, you know.
Yeah.
What you're doing but we're growing vegetables. Come on, okay. We're bringing life. I'm bringing life to the soil. I'm pretty sure the soil doesn't need me to be here, because if I leave it alone, well, life is going to take over and the soil will be done in a few hundred years. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm trying to do what I can do as a farmer and being organic and trying to make it the nicest possible and to make a nice place for human beings. Mm-hmm. Human beings be part of the ecosystem, but we're always
manipulating.
Yeah, we're part of it, because except if you're just picking, like hunting and picking, while you're doing some unbalance, and even when you're picking and hunting, you're already doing an unbalance. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I feel nice here anyway.
That's good.
I feel nice, and I'm going to make things nicer. The place is going to be nicer with a place with food.
Yeah. Now